Hey guys, just went ahead. I passed my 2-year anniversary on YouTube not too long ago. I posted my first MRE related vid. I was going to go ahead and post something last week, but had some issues with my shoulder, so instead I was living in oxycodone land for a little while. But what I've got today. This is an old school brown bag MRE, and it is actually the menu, the very first menu that I ever ate when I was in basic training, way back in the 80s. So, yeah, I'm kind of excited and to see what kind of memories this brings back. So. Again, this is menu number 9, and this is the meatballs, and what is it? Meatballs and rice and spicy tomato sauce, which is essentially barbecue sauce. So, yeah, let's get into this thing and go down memory lane. All right, got my little knife thingamajiggy out here, and this is like one of the old school. It doesn't have the peelable seal. It has these notches. I know it's kind of hard to see. I'm doing this with one hand, but it's got like a little notch right there. So, and this is probably from late 80s or 90s. I'm not quite sure. We'll find out when we look inside. But so there's no date codes on the outside. And again, I apologize for cutting this off camera, but that's kind of what I have to do right now until I get the use of my other arm back. Alright, so here we go. We'll look inside real quick. Let me put that knife over there before I destroy my other hand. Slice that thing open. And, well, no strange odors from inside the bag. That's always a very positive step. And, well, yeah. Well, here we go. We've got 2 4-letter number combinations. I'm thinking that this is not the 900th day of anything, so I'm thinking that it is, this top number here, which would be 1991 on the 40th day. So in February of 1991. So, and that is the meatballs, beef, rice, and spicy sauce. And what do we have here? We have peanut butter, and check it out, it's still pliable. So, yeah. So that's outstanding. The old school accessory packets. We'll open that in a second. The same old MRE spoon. Oh my God, the chocolate covered cookie bar. When I was doing some recruiting, a recruiter assistant when I was a very junior NCO, we brought some of these to one of the high schools, and weren't able to, you see they're very dense, weren't able to like take, it's really hard to show, weren't able to break them in half for the students. I guess I just wasn't strong enough that day, so actually put it on the edge of a book and was pounding down on one side, and they still wouldn't break. And I remember we probably lost several potential recruits that day saying, "Dude, if that's what you got to eat, there's no way I'd enlist. There's no way I'd be putting that in my mouth." So that really cracked me up. So, this is a beverage powder. I'm trying to find a flavor on it. Oh, it's right here in these little dots. It's lemon lime, if you can see that. And peaches. These are dehydrated peaches. Yeah. I remember some guys would actually take these things and if you piss somebody off, if you were in the field or you want to play a joke, you would crumble up the peaches and you would pour them in somebody else's canteen. So when they took a big swig, they got a big pile of semi-nasty dehydrated fruit cocktail or peaches or pears. Always good times. Good times. Yeah, this is really bringing back a lot of memories. So here we go. This is 1991, and this is packed on the 65th day. So assuming that would be sometime in March. So outstanding. I'm going to open this up in a sec. Let me go ahead and move the remnants of... really having a lot of old school thoughts, man. I have an old army buddies going through my mind right now. So let me clear this up and we'll open up the accessory packet. Alright, it does have a contents right on the outside, but what fun is that to do? Fortunately, it does have a little tear pull, and I can sort of use my fingers on my other hand, so we'll go ahead and do that right off the bat, and that is everything out of there. It's a foil package, so you can tell they've changed. Taster's Choice coffee. Non-dairy creamer. Everybody's favorite MRE toilet paper. I'm going to actually open this up to see if that was the, like, 10 separate sheets or the one giant sheet. There's a moist towelette, or back in the day, a wet nap. MRE matches. And some salt. And branded Domino sugar. And of course the Chiclets gum. So yeah, let me go ahead and take a look at this real quick. Until it is... Can't open it. My dog is just hearing all this paper opening up, man. She's going nuts. She's like, yep. And see, this is the old school stuff. This is when you got these these individual sheets, and you want to talk about, they're almost like no ply. They're so microscopically thin. You were like, how in the world am I supposed to clean up with this? So you can actually see my fingers through it. So just like any field trooper, we didn't really use this stuff in the field except for like Kleenex or something like that for your nose. We used like a large size of this, like baby wipes or moist towelettes, to handle our business in the field. So there you go. There is the accessory packet. Okay, I figured the first thing I'd do is go ahead and make this drink right here. I've got a half a canteen cup worth of water, and it says 34 gram envelope into 12 ounces of water, or a half of canteen cup. So there we go. Let's see if we can open this. And there's a small little indentation or pull over there, so we can get this stuff to the bottom, sort of, as well as I can, without getting this stuff all over the place. And it's got some like chunks in there, and it still smells like lemon and lime, but it's kind of got an off kind of smell to it. I'm not expecting it to be perfect after all of this time. Let me get this spoon going. It will give that a stir. It's got like brown flecks in it. And mouse droppings maybe? I hope not, but... Alright, well, we'll let that sit for a hot minute, do its thing, and let's go ahead and plate some stuff up. Okay, got the tray sitting here ready. Got the drink kind of, I don't know, it's kind of like a tequila sunrise. It's got a few different levels of color. But yeah, let's go ahead and look at this chocolate covered cookie bar. Again, it has these little pull indentation thingies in there that don't really want to work too well. And this is one of the reasons why we hated getting chocolate when we were overseas in the desert or wherever we were at, where it was really hot climate, because the chocolate always melted on the inside of the packaging. It's kind of one of the reasons why they got rid of the Yorkies out of the British multi-climate ration packs, or their operational ration packs, or rat packs, or whatever you want to call it. See, it just gets all over everything. So, man, it's putting up a fight. It doesn't want to come out after all of this time. So there we go. The chocolate covered cookie bar. These things were notorious for wrecking your dental work. But if you soak them in something for a little while, or you just were able to break off a piece and just suck on it a little while, man, they were heavenly out in the field. So the other thing, the dehydrated peaches. Again, they had dehydrated pears as well. That was my particular favorite. And then they had like a fruit cocktail mix. So here we go. Yep, it's got the same exact smell. So anybody from the old days, this stuff, man, is... I mean, it looks... Well, what do you mean it looks exactly like it did? It is what it is. So, yep, we'll reconstitute that in a little bit. And what else do we have here? We have the crackers. Now, you're probably not going to be able to hear the cracker hiss because I have to open it way over here. But the Kiwi dude mentioned this too. You can see that part of the package is kind of like delaminating. It's been so long that it's not. I'll let you know if this hisses or not. It actually did. There was a bona fide, certified Kiwi dude patented hiss for the crackers. They do kind of have a little funky smell to them. So that's just age, I suppose, or whatever they were made with, or cooked with, or baked, whatever. So they are kind of a nightmare trying to get out of this package to do with one hand. So, and of course, I cannot find my trusty knife anywhere. They don't have an overpowering aroma. I love Kiwi Dude's reaction to one of his vids. I thought he was going to cough himself right out of his room. Yeah, I mean, they do got a little funky odor to them, but it is what it is. But it's not real permeating smell. It's not like the farmers' fields when they just put, you know, manure out there. If you've ever been to Germany, that was pretty potent. All right, now the piece de resistance. We have the meatballs, beef and rice and spicy tomato sauce. And again, sorry I'm not opening this on camera because I can't even open up the box. So, all right, there we go. And we've got the old school green retort pouch. And I don't, oh, there it is. You can kind of maybe see it. I know there's a glare on there, but you can kind of see where it says meatballs and spicy stuff. And you can tell this is one of the old ones. It's meant to be eaten like this, and you can tear it down on separate levels. But we'll just squeeze this down, and you notice there's no flameless ration heater. Back in the good old days, they didn't come inside the ration. It was just like a 10-pack on the side that you would get. And usually our section's driver was, I think, the only person that really used them. So he would just take them all. Alright, this is ambrosia. This smells exactly like it did way back in the 80s, so I'm definitely going to go ahead and try this. I know there was a young lady that commented, I don't like your vids as much as the other guys because they're more willing to try stuff. And yeah, well, some things, you know, when it comes to botulism and things like that, you know, I tend to err on the side of caution. Yeah. So, come on, get out of there, you. It's almost like it's, well, never mind, I won't say that. So, and the last thing I've got is the peanut butter for the crackers. And if you can see, this is really delaminating really good. So let me give it a little knead. And I confess I went ahead and kneaded this a little bit beforehand so I wouldn't have to do it for a couple of minutes, but tear off the corner. Okay. I know it's hard to see, but bear with me. I know it's been some years, but it really doesn't look all that different. It doesn't even have a bad smell, so I know it looks awful. I can imagine what you're saying out there in YouTube land of what it looks like at that moment, but yep. All right, and we got our drink. It's been sitting here for a hot minute. And what did I do with the spoon? What did I do with the spoon? My dog is sitting there staring at me saying, Can we try this too? Can we eat it too? Well, Dad says no. Not this one. So, well, this is the one that I've been wanting to try more than anything else. So, again, it's that meatballs, tomato sauce with a little bit of rice. And you really can't see the rice because it's all a big pile of goo. From 1991, it's still pretty good. In the unlikely event that it isn't good for some reason or something happens, I'm very fortunate. I already have the number for poison control already on my phone. So it does kind of have an aftertaste to it that I don't really recall. But you put enough salt in something or Tabasco sauce, because that was one thing we always carried with us back then was Tabasco. And you look in the drink, there's a lot of stuff, like brown stuff, floating in the bottom. So, alright. Yeah, I'm trying not to get sick. I already got enough issues right now. That doesn't really have a lemon lime taste anymore. I think that is, I think that's past its prime. And again, our peanut butter and cracker. This tastes fine. Like I said, the cracker itself kind of has a funky smell, but the peanut butter tastes fine. And this was the thing that kept you up on OP at night and radio watch. This thing's awesome. Wow. And essentially this is just like a hardtack kind of cookie. It's like hardtack but with sugar in it and just with a chocolate coating on it. Alright, I'll do this both ways. We used to eat it like this sometimes, and there was always people saying, don't eat it like this because when you drink water it'll expand in your stomach, but that really makes no sense, and that I would have tried to explain that to some of the senior NCOs. If you put water on it now and it expands, it's going to be the same amount of volume whether you eat it like this and you drink water, or you put water on it now. Go figure, it's the Army. So I will put a few pieces over here and I will reconstitute it, and just for the good old days. Wow. Just goes to show that little expiration date on an MRE don't mean jack. This is from 1991. So, alright, let me go get some water. I'll be right back with you. Okay, back in the good old days when we had our peaches, we never took it out of this bag. We either ate it directly out of it, or we opened it up and poured the water inside. So I can relive my youth. I'll take a little inside, and I've got a little bit of water right here, and I'll pour it in here, hopefully without getting it all over myself. Success. So, sorry about that. So now you can see it's expanding a little bit, and we're just going to give that a couple of minutes to sit. And Alligator says hello, everybody. You all have to hear me roar. Okay, it's been a couple of minutes, and you can look in there, and some of the juice is kind of reconstituted a little bit, and I put a little too much water in here, but outside of that, what it does is all of this powder stuff returns back to like a powder form that gives you kind of like a peach type of, dripping everywhere, like a peach type of like sauce, or I guess. Tastes pretty good, and like I said, the longer that you leave it set in that water, the better it will be. So, yeah, all in all, geez, I mean, this has been a long time since this was made and produced, and this was Sapaco made this, so very, very impressed. There's the dog again. Hold on a second. Okay. So, this was a review of a 1991 MRE, and this is menu number 9, and it's meatballs, beef, and rice in spicy tomato sauce. So, again, very impressed that it's survived this long. It would be good, so, yeah. I got another thing. Guy John got in touch with me. He said he was moseying around and he happened to find something that he just had to send me. And first of all, it's very humbling. This community is very humbling. The way how you guys are so generous, not just with sending us rations and things like that, but you know, with some of the comments and the camaraderie that everybody has. But John saw this and he said, "I've got to get it for you." And first of all, that's awesome that you can be moseying around somewhere and think of a ration review or a YouTube video that you watch. So I guess that's quality entertainment for you guys, and really appreciate that. But John sent me this. I laughed so hard when I got it. So thank you very much, my friend. I really appreciate it. So that was perfect. Made my day. So awesome. So this might be coming around in more reviews from time to time if I do not sew it on my riding jacket. So again, awesome. We do have another ration like this. We tried to get, I guess, a video that we had in the past. Somebody had suggested that, like, send one to Ashens, or get in touch with Ashens, or his buddy, and they do all kinds of weird old food tasting from time to time. So yeah, we talked with Kiwi Dude and G Schultz. We'd all be up for sending Ashens or Barry something if they're interested in trying one of these ancient things and get their impressions. So if anybody out there knows those guys and they're interested, we'll be happy to go ahead and send them some ancient stuff. Now, I got lucky with this one. This stuff was, for the most part, still pretty good. The one I had before this, not so much. And the one that I saw Kiwi Dude have, yeah, probably not so much either. So it's kind of a crapshoot. How people store them and whatever. So, yeah. Well, that's pretty much all I've got going on today. I don't think I'm going to have to call Poison Control after all. Very impressed. And hopefully I'll get back in the ration review game again weekly pretty soon. Things are kind of back on track. And thanks for watching, everybody. Bye. Okay, guys. Got a little bit of white stuff. Nothing compared to G Schultz, but thanks for watching, everybody. Bye.